Best of the West, Return of the King. AJ Kirsch at ringside, being joined this time by the commissioner, Alexander G. Bernard. You look a little bit worse for wear. Was it because that you just lost to Kyle Hawk in the Beat the Boss Challenge about an hour ago?
You don't have to say things rudely.
I'm not saying it rudely. I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm just calling it like I see it.
I've been viciously attacked what was supposed to be a walk-off.
A walk-off. Okay, well, that'll earn you to issue an open challenge to anybody at Best of the West, because as I say at the top of every show, this is the best professional wrestling on this coast or any coast.
The following contest is the West Coast Rumble, the winner of which to receive a shot at the Best of the West West Coast Championship. Introducing first, the team of hustle and bustle, but competing individually, Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez.
Do not be fooled, ladies and gentlemen. Though Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez are a noteworthy tag team and have earned a tag team title match in the future, this is a singles, every man for himself matchup, this West Coast Rumble in the Jungle.
That's right. I find it interesting that they came out together, showing their solidarity as a tag team, but there are no friends in this battle royal.
And their opponents.
What's up, Presto? Make some noise! You want to see me lift their asses or what?
El Borracho, David Axl.
El Borracho, a newcomer to Best of the West, drawn in by the allure of a potential West Coast Championship matchup. This Rumble to be conducted to determine the #1 contender to the West Coast Championship, currently held by Biagio Crescenzo.
Biagio will be in action later tonight, defending that championship against the Patron Saint of Filth, Christina Von Eerie.
And from there, the winner of this matchup will go on to face the winner of that at a future date event.
And their opponents, Jimmy James Axl.
Now,
In this contest, elimination occurs when an opponent is thrown over the top rope and both feet hit the floor by pinfall or by submission.
Had to make that clear for our audience here in Fresno, this capacity crowd, but also our audience at home. This is not your standard over-the-top rope battle royal. Yes, elimination occurs when an opponent is thrown over the top and both feet hit the floor, but also pinfall or submission. So the referees, both on the inside and the outside, referee Reed Matthews and Nuck Nuck Johnson respectively, really need to be on top of their game on this one. Now it's interesting, you see Vinny Wasco and Alonzo Alvarez side by side as if this were a tag match. But this is a battle royal. It is every competitor for themselves. There can be only one.
by luck of the draw, however, we seem to have a pair of pairs as our first four entrant.
Indeed we do.
Hustle and Muscle, and
Both Avon Axl and Jimmy James Axl, they are brothers-in-law.
correct. Both trained in Mexico under the tutelage of who's been described to me as the Drunken Master. I'm not familiar with this individual.
Well, it makes sense that Avon Axl calls himself El Borracho. And Vinny Wasco, right off the bat, in danger of being eliminated, but able to hang on and slides back into the ring underneath the bottom rope.
Now, to further go into detail about the rules here, there are more competitors in this matchup to come, but for this Rumble in the Jungle, there will only be 4 competitors in the match at a time. New entrants will not come into the ring until bodies have been cleared by a pinfall, submission, or elimination over the top rope.
Alonzo Alvarez choking the life out of Jimmy James Axl as El Borracho Avon Axl hammering away on Vinny Wasco in the corner, and right now Alonzo just all over the ring trying to turn the tides in favor of Hustle and Muscle, who, as you said, are in line, guaranteed a Best of the West Tag Team Championship bout. I'm quite interested, AGB, if you're willing to shed any light on who their opponents might be when the time is right.
Well, depending on how things go here,
It's a standing splash.
It might be the Axl.
First cover of the matchup, and left shoulder up at 2. And here comes Vinny Wasco.
Action coming fast and furious. Hustle and Muscle and the Axl Brothers up cover.
There's 2, and left shoulder up.
El Borracho almost managed to cover Alonzo Alvarez there.
Oh!
Vinny Wasco wisely abandons his attack on Jimmy James Axl to protect his partner.
Jimmy James Axl and Avon Axl both making their Best of the West debuts here tonight. Coming from all the way from Texas, in fact, so it's not just the best talent here on the West Coast, but word is traveling far and wide about the level of competition here, and AGB, as the commissioner, you have to be happy about that.
Oh, indeed I am. We've always wanted to bring the best. Oh! And Vinny Wasco proving himself among the elite with that on-the-button kick.
Yeah, impressive flexibility and athleticism from a man that big, but you got to have your head on a swivel in a match like this. As we just saw, Vinny Wasco had his lights dimmed by Jimmy James Axl.
Now all 4 men are down, but there is no count. Eliminations can only occur by pinfall, submission, or going over the top rope.
And both feet hitting the floor, a very important distinction. We've seen many a battle royal where competitors have resorted to some very innovative and interesting tactics to keep themselves from being eliminated. And there's a standing double stomp from Jimmy James Axl, who wisely rolls into the cover, lateral press, but a kick out at 2 could not hook either leg. And the story may have been a little bit different had he done so.
I find this offense of Jimmy James Axl very interesting. It's a very
Wait a second,
style.
off the rope. A discus forearm to the back of the skull with the Russian leg sweep. 2, and right there at the last second, Alonzo Alvarez breaks up the pin.
By nature of this, it's almost a Texas Tornado tag team matchup. Both men trying to save their partners.
Which geographically might in fact favor the Axls here, having come from Texas. Low bridge! And Jimmy James Axl has been eliminated. Excuse me, I'm pulling double duty again.
Jimmy James Axl has been eliminated. Avon Axl has been eliminated. Your next competitor, Prince Gabriel.
The Axls have been eliminated, and things have certainly changed now. Prince Gabriel in the ring trying to take out both Hustle and Muscle in a bit of a dire situation, but acting as a house of fire, bringing offense to both his tag team competitors. Cover.
And interrupted immediately. And look at this, the Axls arguing with each other on the way back to the curtain.
So much for their tag team home.
They're not supposed to be drinking before the match. Did you hear that? You might have to report that to HR, by the way.
I might have to report that to OSHA.
And we've got another competitor making their way out here.
Your next competitor, Robby Phoenix.
The veteran Robby Phoenix now very familiar with Hustle and Muscle, taking them as the priority target, ping-ponging offense back and forth to both men.
Wrapping his arms around the face of both members of Hustle and Muscle with those clotheslines, and now going to work on Alonzo Alvarez in the corner as Vinny Wasco rakes the eyes of Prince Gabriel on the opposite side of the ring. But watch your back, Robby Phoenix. Avoids the contact, does the veteran of 20-plus years, Vinny Wasco, now reversing the Irish whip. Alonzo follows him in, nobody home. Robby Phoenix underneath. DDT flatliner combination takes down both Hustle and Muscle. Cover, hooks the far leg, and left shoulder up at a count of 2.
Well done.
Wow.
Prince Gabriel has no stake in protecting Alonzo.
No, he does not.
If you break up the team, the individual competitor loses a significant advantage.
Vinny Wasco in danger of being eliminated, his feet dangling over the protective mats on the outside, but safely back underneath the bottom rope. No elimination as Robby Phoenix drapes his arm across the cheek of Alonso Alvarez with that clothesline.
As this match goes on, it will become more and more important for Hustle and Muscle to keep their partner in this matchup. They drew the worst luck, numbers 1 and 2. Fresher competitors will come in.
Well,
they will need to protect each other and keep each other safe.
They drew the worst numbers, but to draw numbers to have each other's back in a match like this is absolutely priceless. Knee across the shoulder. Vinny Wasco hung out to dry. Prince Gabriel with that flying knee finding its mark into the cover. Nuck on the outside and interrupted by Alonso Alvarez. And again, the numbers game coming into play.
Well, referee Reed Matthews out of position there. The chaos of this matchup making it very difficult to officiate.
Well, that's why we've got two referees, Nuck with the heads-up maneuver of making the call on the outside, counting the shoulders from the outside, which is, it goes in this match. Alonso Alvarez has been eliminated.
Alonso Alvarez has been eliminated.
And just like that, Vinny Wasco all by himself just lost his advantage.
Vinny Wasco to the outside. Shot by Robby Phoenix. He's on spaghetti legs. Phoenix tries to break the grip.
Vinny Wasco has been eliminated.
Veteran heads-up maneuver.
Going extra points, D-Road.
A veteran heads-up maneuver by Robby Phoenix finishes off Hustle and Muscle, and now we see the world's tallest cruiserweight in action as Hustle and Muscle are beside themselves.
Vinny Wasco with a nasty look headed your way, AGB. We've got another competitor coming out.
Competitor, Mr. Work in Progress.
Juggling microphones here. What do you know about Mr. Work in Progress, AGB?
Admittedly, very little. He is, in his rookie year, he views himself as the ultimate underdog, learning from every experience that he undertakes.
So indeed, he is a work in progress, being so young and, as we say in the business, so green here at Best of the West. Well, this crowd in Fresno seems to be enjoying him.
And we're actually seeing some teamwork from two competitors, I believe, meeting each other for the first time today. Mr. Work in Progress and D-Rogue.
Mr. Work in Progress going to work on the veteran Robby Phoenix in the corner as D-Rogue with some fiery fists to the forehead of Prince Gabriel.
And I do believe all allegiances have been ended in this matchup. It's now truly 4 competitors acting independently. We'll see if any makeshift alliances form, such as what we're seeing between D-Rogue and Mr. Work in Progress.
Well, I think, but whoa! D-Rogue with an impressive cannonball in the corner, but Mr. Work in Progress was caught by Robby Phoenix, giving the veteran too much time to recover. There is a cover, 2 count, right shoulder up, says referee Reed Matthews on the inside. Nuck Johnson keeping an eye on the action from the outside.
Well, that agility of D-Rogue is why they call him the world's tallest cruiserweight.
That's right.
With his large frame, he has no need to move in the way he does, but he can pull off incredible athletic maneuvers.
Right. Another competitor who is deceptively athletic for his size. And this crowd chanting Prince. Using that bottom rope for some elevation did D-Rogue to put some stank on that stomp. Irish whip off the ropes. Prince Gabriel reverses. Samoan drop connecting into a cover. Hooks the near leg. Reed Matthews with a cover and a kick out at 2. And Mr. Work in Progress right there to capitalize.
Mr. Work in Progress looking for the save. Looks like that intending to maintain that alliance between himself and D-Rogue.
Well, it says here his mission is to be healthier, more fit, and to inspire people worldwide to be the best they can be. And right now, Mr. Work in Progress is giving us his best. There's a cover, 2, and a kick out at 2. Everybody's story is just a work in progress, as I heard from him in the back, trying to get better acquainted with this competitor, also making his Best of the West debut here. Robby Phoenix, though, trying to negotiate Mr. Work in Progress up, does so and dumps him right on his head. Cover 1, 2, and 3.
Mr. Work in Progress has been eliminated.
Mr. Work in Progress trying to use his footwork to break that up by Robby Phoenix, but the veteran able to outmaneuver him to get him up.
Your next competitor, the Heartbeat, Nic Zander.
And Nic Zander, also a relative newcomer here at Best of the West, is biding his time as D-Rogue just ate a well-placed super kick, compliments of Robby Phoenix.
I think Nic Zander saw illusion happening between Robby Phoenix and Prince Gabriel, wanting to wait for the right moment so as not to get caught up in that.
Well, he threw him through the second rope. There's a stunner through the second rope. I think Nic Zander was just setting up Prince Gabriel because that would not have been an elimination.
Trading suplex holds.
Brain buster!
Zander manages to outmaneuver Robby Phoenix, but gets clubbed by D-Rogue for his trouble. So many competitors need to have eyes in the back of your head.
Oh my God! D-Rogue just went night-night.
Impressive strength by Nic Zander. This young rookie has been on the up and up, traveling all around the West Coast, picking up new tricks. Perhaps the most promising young rookie of 2021.
That stalling neckbreaker he just hit D-Rogue with is called the Sky's End. An impressive maneuver from Nic Zander, but unfortunately not enough to eliminate any of the 4 competitors in the ring. Or I guess 3, he's one of them. It's too late to do math right now. Oh my God! Super kick sends out Robby Phoenix.
Robby Phoenix has been eliminated.
Not just setting him out, but letting him know about it. D-Rogue getting in the face of Robby Phoenix.
Your next competitor, Marcus Eric.
Sit out spinebuster for Marcus Erics.
Huge Blue Thunder bomb. Marcus Erics knows he has tired opponent, leveraging his power right out the back.
Snapmare sends Prince Gabriel to the center of the ring. Beautiful stalling corkscrew elbow right to the spine. Goes underneath the clothesline. Saito suplex dumps Prince Gabriel on his head, and Marcus Erics is all kinds of fired up.
He has his pick of the field. Needs to eliminate opponents, though. Not just do
Falling in reverse from Marcus Erics. Hey, wait a second. Levi Shapiro's not in this match.
No, he's not. Only 4 competitors at a time. Levi Shapiro is not scheduled until later this evening.
But he has drawn the attention of Marcus Erics, and from behind, D-Rogue just eliminated Marcus Erics thanks to the distraction from Levi.
Marcus Eric has been eliminated.
And Shapiro and Erics going at it. In the set. Oh my goodness. Shapiro.
A pile driver on the outside. Levi Shapiro just pile drove Marcus Erics on the outside of the ring. What the hell?
You did that.
What did I do?
Levi Shapiro blaming you, AGB, for that pile driver on the outside that just incapacitated and eliminated Marcus Erics as we await the arrival of our next competitor.
Your next competitor, D-Torch.
And D-Torch just looked at me and said, it's time to make the most of this opportunity. In goes the mouthpiece, and yeah, what was that about with Levi Shapiro saying, you did this?
3 stages of hell turned out to be a draw at the referee's discretion. I don't know what I did. They want to fight each other, that's fine by me, but do it in a match, gentlemen.
Well, Levi Shapiro not waiting for a match. He came out, absolutely decimated Marcus Erics. The distraction was enough for D-Rogue to eliminate Marcus Erics, which I'm sure was the whole point, but Levi Shapiro went too far with that pile driver on the outside.
Could have ended the career.
Oh my God, look at D-Torch. ramming Nic Zander's head into the buckle and then sending him down with a TKO. This is a fired up and, dare I say, menacing D-Torch.
I was going to say a nastier
Yeah.
D-Torch. More vicious than we've seen. A new energy. I like it.
Oh! And unless we have any other surprises, I believe D-Torch is the final competitor in this contest, which means one of these four will have a West Coast Championship title shot in December when we are back in Fresno.
That is correct. This should be the last competitor, barring any
Wow.
further surprises. Wow!
That is Saturday, December the 11th. We are back. Huge cutter from Prince Gabriel to D-Rogue. There's a couple D's in the ring right now.
Nic Zander with an impressive springboard, code breaker, followed up by Prince Gabriel. High impact offense, the face of D-Rogue.
And that code breaker, I hate to cut you off. No, I don't. That code breaker is called the Hype Breaker. And Nic Zander has been eliminated.
Nic Zander has been eliminated.
And there's a kick out at 2 from D-Torch. Up and over. Oh no!
D-Torch has been eliminated.
But despite a vicious effort, a nasty, to use your word, which is quite appropriate, a nasty effort by D-Torch, he has been eliminated, which means either Prince Gabriel or D-Rogue will vie for the Best of the West Coast Championship Saturday, December the 11th here in Fresno.
Thanks some poor luck on the part of Daniel Torch.
It's a good thing he was wearing that mouthpiece, too.
Usually very balanced on the ropes. I think his hand slipped.
Prince Gabriel demanding that D-Rogue hit him, and Gabriel answers in kind.
Clubbing blows back and forth. Fine, Prince Gabriel. I don't know that this is the tit for tat I want to have against the much larger D-Rogue. Prince Gabriel not backing down, taking it to D-Rogue. Pucks it in the eye.
Wow! D-Rogue with some vicious strikes as Prince Gabriel blinks his eyes several times to try to clear out the cobwebs.
Prince Gabriel has been in the match for significantly longer than D-Rogue, though both are in some deep straits at this point.
And I think it's just about unanimous at this capacity crowd in Fresno. They are chanting for Prince Gabriel.
D-Rogue says he hates
Up
Prince
and
Gabriel.
over.
I don't know how Prince Gabriel feels about D-Rogue. Might just be an obstacle to him.
Oh no. Kick to the face after missing with that strike, but again, going through the middle rope does not put you in jeopardy of being eliminated.
No, but D-Rogue has gone over the top rope.
Right.
Of the two, he's in a much worse position. If I were D-Rogue, I would try to get inside as quickly as possible. You have much more to lose.
D-Rogue spaghetti legged on the outside as these two exchange strikes. Oh my God.
Changing on the apron here.
D-Rogue flipping off Prince Gabriel. Another huge right hand. Somebody's got to go. Oh! Wait a second. That is...
D-Rogue
No.
hands
That
on
is...
the floor, but his feet are still in the ring.
Yeah, it's not both hands hitting the floor. It's both feet hitting the floor from behind. Wait, that is a roll-up. 1, 2. A kick out at 2. Prince Gabriel able to kick out.
D-Rogue almost managed to sneak one.
Oh, what a spear! A spear almost cut him in half. Hooks the near leg. 1, 2, 3.
Here's your winner and #1 contender for the Best of the West Coast Championship, Prince Gabriel.
The biggest victory of his young career. Prince Gabriel could just be a few short months away from calling himself the new Best of the West Coast Champion.
All due credit to D-Rogue, who performed admirably and came within a hair's breadth of becoming the #1 contender. But Prince Gabriel found the way to win with that huge spear, cutting the big man in half.
And now celebrating with members of this crowd who love him so passionately, And to be quite honest, I think Prince Gabriel would make some fine championship material.
Where's that child's mask? Can't have him infecting my performers.
Why you gotta hate on the kid? D-Rogue spaghetti-legged as he makes his way to the back. But Prince Gabriel, with a ton of momentum, he will face the winner of Christina Von Eerie versus Biagio Crescenzo in just a few moments.
Can we get a trainer to check on D-Rogue?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the biggest victory of Prince Gabriel's career just happened, which means he will, give it up. Prince Gabriel will face the winner of the West Coast Championship match that's happening here in just a few moments, and that match will happen when we are back here in Fresno on Saturday, December the 11th. Tickets are not yet on sale, so keep an eye on Best of the West social media. We are at BOTW Wrestling on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Keep an eye out for when tickets go on sale, because Prince Gabriel could be one match away from calling himself the new West Coast Champion. Who will he face? We're going to find out right now. The following contest, scheduled is for the Best of the West Coast Championship. Your referee for this contest, referee Knock Knock. Fly ass, shut your mouth. Johnson. Introducing first. From an American graveyard in Spoon City, USA. Weighing in at 125 pounds. She is the rock and roll super monster, the Patron Saint of Filth, Christina Von Eerie. Christina Von Eerie, one of the toughest male or female to ever lace a pair of boots. She has her shot at championship gold here at Best of the West. And her opponent. And here comes one of the creepiest, most off-putting, most unsettling competitors I've ever seen here at Best of the West.
It's like you looked up a thesaurus to find every antonym for charming, which is what he specifically is. I mean, honestly, who has a better smile, Christina Von Eerie or
Christina
Biagio
Von Eerie?
Crescenzo?
You don't even need to finish that sentence.
You are factually incorrect. Biagio is a charming individual.
I don't think he is.
With an infectious laugh.
From Watkins Portal, weighing in at 185 pounds, he is the Best of the West Coast Champion, Charming Biagio Crescenzo.
I don't think Christina Von Eerie gives two craps about how charming Biagio thinks he is. Christina just wants to get her hands on that West Coast Championship.
Look at that impressive ring jacket on Biagio Crescenzo. Having used some of his winner's purse, it looks like, to upgrade his threads, I believe is the word.
Well, he's definitely stepped up his presentation since becoming West Coast Champion. Let's see if he can put his money where his mouth is, because he's been resorting. Proven? Okay, how has he proven?
By being the longest reigning champion in Best of the West history.
Okay, but by winning by crook and by hook.
You're missing the operative word here, winning. He's won. He's been champion for 2.5 years now. What have you been champion of for 2.5 years?
I've been Rock the
Whining-
Promo champion for 5 years.
Whining on social media?
That's what social media is for.
Besides, you said Christina Von Eerie has a more charming smile. I don't know that I've seen her smile. She should smile more. Charming Biagio
Wow!
Crescenzo, he
It
smiles
is 2021. You do not tell people to smile. Sir.
Besides, you think so little of Biagio. Did you realize he actually requested this matchup?
Requested this matchup? Why would he request this matchup?
He thought it would be an interesting clash of styles, and I was inclined to agree. And in no way has anything to do with the fact that he thinks a woman might be more easy to beat.
Oh, really? Nothing? That surprises
Nothing to
me.
do with that.
Because I think Biagio would think that way. I just have a feeling. I didn't hear that from him or you. It's just something. It's like that's the impression that I get. Mighty Boss
You are
Tones.
the master of rumor and innuendo. All I come to here with is the truth, and all you do is slander and lie.
Biagio, are you sure he requested this matchup? Because he seems to have a hard time giving up that championship belt as he...
It's been an integral part of his identity when you've had something for 2.5 years. Have you even had a relationship for 2.5 years, Kirsch?
Okay, he just fung-tucked the championship belt. And I gotta say, it looks pretty good around the waist to Christina Von Eerie. And Biagio, mullet and everything, is just furious right now. Do you have somebody to retrieve the belt, or do I need to do that too?
Referee Knucknut Johnson has done his job and retrieved the title.
No, do I need to retrieve the belt?
Oh, I'll do it.
Oh, good. And Knuck holding up the prestigious Best of the West West Coast Championship. And we are officially underway. Our first of 2 championship contests this evening. Your main event for the Best of the West Heavyweight Championship. Your BFF, Johnny Butabi, will defend against the 300-pound Manimal. But right now, the West Coast Championship is on the line as Biagio sends Christina Von Eerie crashing to the canvas.
See, and this is why it's an interesting matchup. Biagio Crescenzo has very typically been the lighter of the 2 opponents. He finds himself at a weight advantage.
Yeah, but he finds himself at an experience and, dare I say, a toughness and grit disadvantage. In fact, no daring. That's 100% true. There is no daring. That is a 100% true statement.
This man stared down and beat the executioner, who is literally an axe murderer.
So let me get this.
He doesn't have grit?
Are you telling me you hired an axe murderer?
And indefinitely suspended an axe murderer.
Okay.
Once it became abundantly clear he had not reformed.
Okay, great. Into that hammerlock. And not even capitalizing, but messing up CVE's hair, just giving her something cute to think about and then shoving her away. If I were Biagio, I would not. And now cowering in the corner.
Biagio Crescenzo, though, is a master of mind games. He is riling up Christina Von Eerie, trying to get the veteran off of her game plan. Ducks under.
CVE with the drop toe hold into the ropes. Off the side, and a boot right to the face, rearranging the charming quote-unquote features of the defending West Coast champion. Ringing the arm, and Biagio answers with a strike to the midsection and then a right hand to the face. A chop to the chest, and a headbutt from CVE. Kick to the side of the head, and down goes Biagio. Into the cover, hooks the near leg, a 2 count, and a kick out shortly after 2.
Von Eerie wisely staying on top of Biagio. She'll need to maintain that offensive advantage. Now going for a Cobra Clutch, I believe.
Well, contrary to what you hypothesized earlier, that Biagio requested this match because he thought a woman would be easier to beat, CVE does not underestimate her opponents. 1, 2, and 2.5 until Biagio able to kick out. Christina Von Eerie does her homework.
Christina Von Eerie, very tough, having been trained by Big Ugly and Oliver John. I think they picked her out of a mosh pit.
Yeah.
She was swinging, throwing wild blows like these and said, "Hey, kid, we'll teach you where to really hit people."
Right, we'll pay you to do that. CVE was all in.
Oh! blistering the chest of Biagio Crescenzo. Felt a few of those myself earlier tonight.
Sickening thud, not once but twice, perhaps a third. Yeah, why not? And then a kick to the chest, and the Patron Saint of Filth with a cover. There's two, and another kick out at 2. CVE in control for most of this contest, and if she keeps this up, it might be Christina Von Eerie against Prince Gabriel Saturday, December the 11th here in Fresno for the West Coast title.
True, it is a possibility, but Biagio Crescenzo,
Flying forearm.
is very crafty. I doubt we've seen the last of the tricks up his sleeve.
I'm unfortunately inclined to agree with you.
No. Oh!
Chop to the back. That's just mean. I mean, I didn't hate it, but it's just mean.
For those that don't know, that back has much less give, so much skin to skin. The impact is harsh.
Yeah. Oh, a thumb to the eye right in front of the referee. Biagio didn't even try to hide it.
Thumb to the eye is just a warning. You can still win with warnings on the board.
I just want to say I so appreciate your respect for the rules here in the company that you're supposedly here to oversee. Spinning around and around into a sidewalk slam right back up to his feet.
Taking all the blood to Von Eerie's head. Cover.
1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Bringing all the blood to Von Eerie's head before dropping and disorientating her. Unable to prepare for impact with all that rotation. Jars the body even more than typical.
Staying off the hair, he better. Nuck Nuck will disqualify him, but unfortunately, Biagio has the advantage here as the champion. A count out or disqualification does nothing to change the title.
Rules are meant to be understood, Kirsch, and we can work within the rules. A warning is not a disqualification.
Well, Biagio is well aware of that and will bend those rules as much as he can. Big boot to the face.
Bend the rules, break her nose.
And an arrogant cover. That is not going to get it done against CVE. Another boot to the face.
The arrogance seemed to have angered her back to her knees, but Biagio not letting her rally up that head of steam. Von Eerie, however, turns it around with a flurry of strikes, dropping Biagio.
Biagio face first into the buckle, not once, but twice, and now thrice. Gets out of the way. Christina Von Eerie striking the turnbuckle that time. A kick dazing the Patron Saint of Filth as Biagio hooks her up for a suplex. And he is not done yet. Well, I thought he was going to swivel his hips and try to hang on to that suplex, but Biagio has something else in mind. Beautiful leg drop. 1, 2. CVE.
Bottom rope assisting and gaining a literal height and power, but failed to hook the legs, failed to do very much to actually cover the shoulders.
Irish whip. Christina Von Eerie into the turnbuckle. CVE rolls out of the way. Up and over. Ooh, almost losing her balance, but able to hang on. And Biagio celebrating a little too soon. Wait a minute. Christina Von Eerie could be looking for the graveyard smash. She's calling for it.
Never call your moves. She just told Biagio what to do to counter. Biagio looking for a
choke slam, perhaps? He got it. A nasty landing. Christina Von Eerie in a bad way, and Crescenzo using a moment to catch his breath.
I think Biagio's taking some pleasure in being the bigger man for once.
Into a cover. 1, 2. CVE able to get that right shoulder up, but you notice that was not. Oh my God.
Von Eerie went for the gut, and Biagio said, "Hey, I'm in charge now."
Couple scintillating strikes to a downed Christina Von Eerie.
As stated earlier, Biagio Crescenzo not usually the larger opponent in a matchup. I think he's reveling in getting to utilize some power offense. Perhaps he's used in training and sparring, but never gets the chance to use in actual matches.
Another chanting Miley Cyrus for some reason. Does he look like Miley Cyrus?
Not to my knowledge.
Well, nobody home with that flying elbow. CVE had it well scouted. And now what's going through the head of the Patron Saint of Filth, who could be turning the tables here?
Biagio Crescenzo clutching his elbow. Bad landing, missing that elbow drop.
Off the ropes. And a spinning sidewalk slam of her own. A little receipt for the West Coast champion.
Some tit for tat, but Von Eerie has taken a lot of damage over the course of this matchup. No position to get a cover. In fact, Biagio looks to be the quicker of the two to get back to his feet. Von Eerie still on hands and knees. Biagio working his way back to his feet. As soon as I spoke, reach for the rope and missed. As the count inches closer to a 10.
Going for that super kick. CVE throws it down off the ropes, and a big clothesline taking down Biagio. Tilt-a-whirl head scissor connecting.
Comes in with the forearm. This is what Von Eerie needs to do, pick up the pace.
Irish whip reverse. CVE avoiding the contact. Biagio went face first into the top turnbuckle. Cross body connecting into a cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Biagio, usually the quicker wrestler, but not in this instance. Von Eerie needs to outspeed Biagio to get the title.
DDT! Round the world DDT, it's over. 1, 2, no, a kick out at 2.
And you said Biagio Crescenzo doesn't have grit.
Okay, credit where credit is due. Biagio Crescenzo dug down deep to kick out of that round the world DDT, but Christina Von Eerie was just an inch or two away from becoming the new West Coast champion.
And after that, Biagio Crescenzo wisely rolls out of the ring to where he cannot lose the title. Championship advantage. Title can only change hands on pinfall or submission. Von Eerie chases Biagio. Oh! Nasty landing for Von Eerie.
Yeah, Biagio throwing the legs out from underneath the Patron Saint of Filth. And now she is down on the outside, and Biagio has just bought himself some time.
She hit the apron, and I think one of her arms got caught up on the rope.
Yeah.
Tweaking her shoulder as well.
She may have torn something, dislocated something.
Now Von Eerie trying to create some distance to recover.
Wow! CVE answers with that chop.
And Biagio goes back to the arm.
Again.
It's called targeting a body part, Kirsch.
Oh, is that what it's called?
Learn something
Wait a second.
about the business.
Belly to back. Oh! Belly to back suplex on the outside.
Von Eerie lands on the outside, but Biagio just missed the padding himself. I think his shoulder, or his elbow rather, might have hit the concrete.
Yeah, well, Christina Von Eerie's head may have missed the mat entirely. It could have slipped through the gap between those two protective mats. Christina Von Eerie holding her back, holding her head. Irish whip. Reverse. Biagio into those steel stairs.
And those steel stairs are nasty. They have serrated edges all over them. It is not an even surface.
No, it is not. Biagio is lucky he's not a bloody mess right now, but he might be after going face first into the stairs. And now Christina Von Eerie raking his face across that serrated surface.
This is macabre. This is savage and disgusting. Because it's October, she thinks she can make it a bloodbath?
Well, she is from an American graveyard in Spook City, USA. I'm sure she sees and probably does far worse on a regular basis.
Worse. Double underhook on the apron.
Oh! Driving Biagio's face into the apron, which, as of course you know, is the hardest part of the ring.
Indeed. Maximum surface tension on that apron. Double underhook face buster. Biagio might be out, clutching at his nose. Von Eerie taking some time to bring
right
it
in the middle of the ring. There's two, and another not even a kick out, right shoulder up.
I think the instincts of Biagio saved him. He rolled off the apron to the floor. Christina Von Eerie had to bring him all the way back to the center for the cover. That additional time saved Biagio Crescenzo.
Christina Von Eerie ascending to the top turnbuckle. Biagio is down. Nobody home for a flying splash.
And Von Eerie might have landed face first. Disgusting landing. It's Biagio.
Oh my God. Open-handed slap to the face. Biagio misses with a kick, but he catches her the second time around.
Fake out double kick. Biagio is such a cerebral competitor. He just needs one more maneuver to put away Christina Von Eerie for good. Targeting something.
Could be going for that Charmanizer.
Up at power slam position.
Down goes Christina Von Eerie. If he can make the cover, that's got to be it. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2.
Von Eerie feebly, barely, on fumes, in instinct, manages to get a shoulder up. There is very little left in the tank of Von Eerie, but Biagio needs to find a way to get rid of that last 10% of fight. Boot to the gut. Back into the power slam position.
Going for that Charmanizer again. Oh, she got it! Standing graveyard smash. 1, 2. Now and another kick out at 2.
That is Christina Von Eerie's favorite shot. Ah, she's biting him.
Well, she normally tries to hit that from the second rope. With her sitting on the top rope, she got it in the standing position, but it wasn't enough to put away Biagio, who now reaches for his chain and the West Coast Championship.
Seen Biagio utilize this before. 2 weapons in hand. One to distract the referee, the other to utilize for offense.
Of course, Nuck not letting this happen. Taking that belt away. Wait a second. The belt right across the face of Christina Von Eerie as Nuck gets rid of the chain. And you condone this? You're okay with this? Is this fair competition, AGB?
The referee's call is final. I didn't like losing, but the referee's call is final.
Well, you lost fair and square. Biagio hits the Charmanizer. Christina Von Eerie is motionless, and Biagio retains.
Here is your winner, and still best of the West Coast champion, Charming Biagio Crescenzo.
You don't have to like it. I'll love it enough for the both of us. A win is a win is a win. And Biagio Crescenzo has been winning and been champion for 2.5 years now. He's been doing not just something, but a whole lot right.
I don't like it, but it's not for me to like. Biagio Crescenzo, still best of the West Coast champion, extends his reign, continues to be the longest reigning champion in Best of the West history. Hey, come on, this is uncalled for.
Biagio.
And now talking trash to his fallen opponent. Come on!
Dropping the title on her. Making things personal with Von Eerie, but it's not Von Eerie he has to worry about. December 11th, Prince Gabriel gets his shot at Biagio Crescenzo. Look at that smile.
Do I have to?